Hey there, this is Mike from Mike Buys Houses. In this video, we talked with a homeowner who was denied a loan modification after trial period. And this has really been a common topic recently. This is end of summer 2022, and especially as some of the COVID modification possibilities are starting to dry up. We're starting to hear this more and more, so I really wanted to just provide some options for homeowners, and just what we talked about with this guy, honestly. So really, the one of the big things, check in your area for what kind of protection laws there are. Some states are going to give you um, more time than others in order to get appeals done if that's going to be the situation for you. After written denial, some states are as low as 14 days we've seen, and some are as long as 30, some even longer. And that's really going to be your opportunity to appeal a loan modification denial. So that is going to be important. So that's going to start the day after the denial was provided, basically, or the day of the denial being provided. So something to consider. We talked about some of the reasons that loan modifications are denied here. Typically, what we see is incomplete applications. So it's just bureaucratic thing that they're looking for. But if they find missing signatures or anything like that on the paperwork, then that's going to set back the process because they're going to deny it for that. Income standards. So if you've lost your job and there's no prospects that the bank sees in the imminent future of finding another job with the same income, or even if you have another job and the bank deems it not enough income for the loan that they placed, then they may deny the loan modification. We've seen, I guess, some work with loan modifications, but it really depends on the amount of equity in the house at that point, if they're going to work with income at all, if they can. And then the other reason that we see loan modifications denied is the failure to meet hardships standard. So this is up to the lender, but basically, if they deem that you didn't really face a hardship in their eyes and that they still think that you should have been able to make the payments, then they will deny the loan modification for what they call failure to meet the hardship standards. Typically, what they will consider as a hardship are things like job loss or medical emergencies. Um, so, depending on what the reasoning was on your application, they may fail you for that. And then once you are denied for a loan modification, you can either reapply or appeal it. And appealing it really only works if you know that the lender made an error somewhere in their denial of the loan modification. So if you can prove that, then an appeal may be a good option for you. Otherwise, it's going to really be important to take the reason that they said you failed and then make sure that you still have time to do a reapplication of loan modification and fix whatever that issue was. Some lenders we've seen will do trial modifications, and that's really what this homeowner was talking about. So he was denied a loan modification after the trial of modified payments because he missed one of those payments. So if you do miss one of those payments, typically the loan is just going to revert back to the original loan. And that was the situation for him. So he was really trying to see what options did he have. So some of those options may include, this is not legal advice, but we've seen homeowners go the route of declaring bankruptcy. You can talk to a local bankruptcy attorney in your area and see if that makes sense for you. Some homeowners decide to sell the property. They can either do it for sale by owner or list it with a realtor. If there's enough equity in the property and enough time, you can watch some of our videos where we talk about that. You need time in order to sell the property with a realtor, especially, as I said, this is end of August 2022, and transactions are slowing down at this point. So there's really been a lot of urgency for some homeowners to get it done, before things potentially dry up. Who knows where it's going to go? Or you could sell your property to us. We are able to help even if the property is underwater. We buy properties via cash or terms, depending on the situation. And terms really allows us to be flexible and help in a lot of different situations, especially foreclosure situations. Otherwise, you're able to maybe complete a short sale. We can refer you to someone if that's something that you're interested in. But basically, if your property's underwater, then you can consider a short sale. Or you could still consider selling your property to us, not via short sale. Depending on your situation, we may be able to help. So if you're considering a short sale, then definitely reach out, and we'll see if we're able to help. Um, Other than those, you can do a deed in lieu of foreclosure, which basically just gives the property back and avoids the foreclosure process. Um, the bank would prefer that just because it saves them money, so they may allow you to do that. And then you can also get a loan to catch up the payments if you know someone in your network who's able to give you a loan, and you know your situation, so that you know you'll be able to make those payments back in a loan. Then definitely an option for you. And lastly, one that we hate to see is just allow the house to go to foreclosure. It hurts your credit, and that lasts a while, and it's just a painful process. So we hate to see that happen. So if there's anywhere in those steps above that you have any questions, and maybe we can help you figure something out, then feel free. Give us a call, 267-984-4765, or visit us at MikeBuysHousesPA.com. We look forward to helping you if we can. Hope you have a good one.